In this question, we've been given a distance time graph showing a class's journey to the zoo. They stopped at a point for a picnic, and we need to be able to interpret what's happening in the graph. Firstly, we're asked, what time did the bus leave the school? Well, we're going to try and track the beginning of the journey, which is right here at the beginning of the horizontal axis, 9 o'clock. That's the time that they left school. The distance from school was 0, so we know that that's the beginning of the journey. What time did they stop for a picnic? We can tell that they stopped because the distance stops increasing while time continues to increase. So here's the point where they stopped. This is the horizontal part of the graph. 10 o'clock. They stopped at 10 o'clock for a picnic. How far had they traveled when they stopped for a picnic? So still from this point, we're going to read across to the vertical axis, and we can see that it's 50 miles away from school. How long did they stop for? We're looking at the whole of this horizontal line. They didn't start moving again until 10:30. So that means they were stopped for 30 minutes. We're then asked, what time did they arrive at the zoo? Well, the end of the journey was at the zoo. So this point here is when they've reached the zoo. 11:30 is the time they arrived at the zoo. And finally, we're asked, how far is the zoo from their school? So once again, at this point, where they're at the zoo, we're reading across to the vertical axis, and we can see it's 90 miles from school.